Hello and welcome back to The Gap. The Gap. The Gap. I am your Gapisness and I am your hostess. This is my channel. It's called The Gap. And The Gap is all about that age-old forbidden fruit that is finally seeming to blossom and come into its moment, into its time. Us women have grappled with this gap for what seems like eons. It's been a long time. It's been a long time in coming. Our male counterparts have had all of the fun for too long. Our male counterparts, the older man and the younger woman, they have had so much fun. They've married, they've had long lives together or short lives together. They've had all the regular problems. It may have lasted for years, their romance. It may have been a few days or a few months, but they've had their fun. Now women, older women and younger men get a chance to trip the light fantastic. Some of us haven't done it yet. We're thinking about it. Some of us are curious about it. Some of us are in deep relationships with younger men. 10 years, 15, 20, 25 years younger, and I'm hearing about some 30 years younger. I watched a documentary the other day where a lady was 72 and had a 22-year-old boyfriend who married her. She ain't got no money. And all the other young girls milling around and wondering, what the heck's going on? He's good looking, he's young. Maybe past life experience. Maybe they had a life together before. I don't know. Maybe it's supernatural. I have no idea, but it happened. It happened. And the only reason why it didn't last is that he couldn't get into her country. Yeah. A young Greek guy, young Turk guy or something like that. 2 eyes made 4. With all the young girls milling around. And he didn't remarry. You know? And he had to go to another country or something like that. And he never remarried. He could have married a rich lady in that other country if that's what he was. A gold digger, a gigolo, whatever. That's a mighty age gap. 50 years? Oh my gosh. But the average age gap now is widening, right? It used to be that women were starting to date maybe men who were 5 to 10 years younger, and that was still a big deal. Still a big deal. Like 5 years? Are you kidding me? That's like nothing. That's within your generation. Even 10 years is not that much, because particularly my community of women, Black females, don't age as quickly as other cultures. So I'm sure it's been happening a lot with Black couples, but you can't really tell a woman of African descent her age as well as somebody else, right? So that lady could have been 10, 15 years older than her gentleman and nobody really knows. But I know it's going on. I know Black couples who the man is quite a bit younger and the lady's a mature lady and they're having the time of their life. They're getting it on. They are great friends. They're best friends. They have amazing sex. So I hear. So I hear. I hear that it's their one true love. And people are talking. Do you know how old she is? Do you know how old she is? Do you know how old he is? Mostly the younger girls are talking, you know. Mostly the younger ladies who should have been with him, so they think. We were all younger ladies once. We were all young women once. We were all girls once. And when we saw that, we probably were a little miffed too. Like, what is she doing? What is he doing with her? Thank goodness I got old enough to stop being judgmental. Judgy Wudgy was a bear. He was. Except bears are way nicer. Way nicer. Listen, to each his own. To each his own. And I am here to encourage my midlife women, particularly midlife women of color, to take a chance. To take a chance with a younger man. Just to have dinner or lunch. He's asking you out, isn't he? And all the excuse we can come up with is that he is younger. But he's too young. Is he a grown man? He's not underage, no, because you're not a perv. You're a grown woman, and he's a grown man. He is of legal age. He turns his own key. He has his own car. He has a job, and he's 21. And you're 41. And he likes you a lot. And he smiles and lights up like a Christmas tree every time he sees you. And you have a secret crush on him, acting like his mama. You devil, you. But I'm old enough to be your mother. Mother. No. But you're not his mother. He doesn't want his mother. He wants you. He wants a girlfriend. And you need to start treating him like he could be a boyfriend, instead of diminishing him and acting like he doesn't have a mind of his own. He's a grown man. That's where ageism comes in. You see, people always think that ageism is about older people. It's not. Ageism is also discriminating against young people. Oh, he can't be that way because he's 21. She can't be that way because she's 28. What does he know? He's only 32. Age discrimination is about the youth as well. Yes, we're in the news about it, us midlifers and seniors and stuff. We're in the news about it. But now and then you see the stories that young people are being discriminated against too. You're making an assumption that that person has not been through a lot. That person doesn't have any experience. That person is not wise. That person isn't smart. That person can't cope. Yes, we as midlifers know a lot. We've been through more, maybe. There's a lot of sheltered midlifers as well. A lot of us are sheltered, and we meet a 25-year-old man who has been through the mill. He's had a lot of experiences, and hopefully they've been good. Unfortunately, none of us escape with only good experiences. I don't think that person exists. But you can meet a young man who has had a plethora of experiences, both good and bad. And now he wants to date you. Now he wants to share himself with you. I created this channel because this topic has become very hot. And there are a lot of midlife women who are by themselves, who have resigned themselves to loneliness and isolation, who want a partner, and they've just given up. Now, there are those who are single and happy. I'm single and happy. But I'm also thinking about dating again. You know, I'm thinking about stepping out, and, you know, after this long year of isolation and stuff, I'm thinking of having some fun. And those who are paying attention to me are way younger. I must have got some extra wrinkles or something during the last year, you know. Because it seems like the wrinklier I get is the younger the man is who's paying attention to me. I guess they like wrinkles. Wrinkles must be sexy. I don't know. But I do know that the community of midlifers, and most women who I know in this community of midlife, would actually prefer to date someone who is their age. Most women that I know. I know a couple of women who just like younger men, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there are men who just like younger women, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have no judgment about that. None. None. Right? I have no judgment about that. It doesn't matter. It's to each his own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is it not? Some people like big, beautiful afros. Some people like long curls. Some people love ebony and some people like caramel. Some people are open to it all. And I'm here to encourage you to be open. Don't give up because, and I'm talking to my midlife women, particularly to women of color, to black women like me. Don't give up on a partnership because midlife men are not interested or don't seem to be interested right now in you. Life is too short. Do you know how short life is? It's too short. I don't think it's long enough to really get good at it, you know. We could be a lot better at it if we could live longer. At least we had a solid 100 years, but guess what? We don't. Not so far. Not so far. You notice the 100-year-old women. You ever looked at a 100-year-old woman and she talks about life and how she managed to stay here on this planet for so long? It's rare. It's rare. And you never know when you're going to go. So to deny someone of your beautiful presence, of your amazing personality, of your wisdom, because he's too young for you, when all the young man said was, would you like to go out to dinner, is silly. I'm sorry, it's trite. It's not smart. It's not smart. Because you're already planning his future. You have no right to do so. You have no right to plan that young man's future. And that's what you're doing. You're taking the world on your shoulders by planning his future. You don't know what he wants. You're a mind reader? You're psychic? Are you? Even psychics say that you can change your destiny. That nothing is written in stone. And it's true. There is such a thing as free will. And if you're a spiritual person, you know that you have a free will, right? And if you're not spiritual, you know the same thing. You have a free will to choose. Don't write your own destiny before it even starts. It's just dinner. I feel compelled to tell you this to whoever I'm speaking to, because us as women we've deprived ourselves for so long that we're used to deprivation. We're always thinking that someone is watching us, you know? That someone is watching us and making judgments of us. And we feel like we have to set an example, particularly us black women. We have to set an example. And I agree, we need to set examples for our younger folk, and we need to have the courage of our convictions and be upstanding citizens, and we do the right thing. But when did the right thing exclude younger men asking us out and us saying yes? Do we have to deprive ourselves of everything? Do we have to deprive ourselves of happiness too? This channel has come out of me seeing this deprivation take place right in front of my eyes. I've done it too, to myself. What's gonna become? I mean, he's asking me out for, what does he want? Really? What does he want? He wants to take you out. Does he want sex? Probably. You fine, girl. You fine, baby. Of course he wants to have sex with you. You're gorgeous. You're desirable. You're hot. And he wants you to know that you're hot and that he wants to sleep with you, yes. But is that all he wants? Maybe. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Maybe he wants a romance. Maybe he wants the romance of a lifetime. Maybe he wants to be your friend. Maybe he wants to be your partner. Because when that partnership of the younger man and the older woman come together, like really come together in a loving, fulfilling, sweet relationship, it's like no other. This is what I understand. This is what I've come to understand. The type of relationship that women dream of, and men too. And I think its time has come. A lot of people still don't like it. They think it's weird and nasty and disgusting. Because women are weird and nasty and disgusting when we get older, right? Isn't that what it is? Isn't that what the problem is? As soon as we hit 40 or get a few lines or a little wattle, we're disgusting. We're disgusting. And only idiots could want us. Only, what you call it? Simps. That's the latest word. Simps could want an older woman, right? Never mind her amazing self. Her beauty that has become like fine wine. Her lines that have added character to her face. Her wisdom, her charm, her experience, her charisma, her boldness, her sexual prowess. Right? Never mind all of that. He couldn't want us. Because all we are is a bag of skin. No! That's all we are. Never mind that she's a goddess. Then add that to some good moisturizer. And a lot of older women are gymming up the wazoo. They're gymmed up. Their skin looking all smooth. Some people don't mind the jab, stitch, and tuck either. You know, making them even look younger. So I'm like, okay. And I'm not just talking about the gymmed up women. I'm talking about the zaftig, full-figured woman too. She got it going on, baby. She got it. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Big hips. Big butt, large breasts, full face, glowing. And the guy down the street who's 25, while she's staying up the street while she's 50, he going crazy over her. Did you see her? He's telling his friends. That lady fine. Oh, her cheeks, her body, she fine. And she spoke to me. Huh? She spoke to you. What'd she say? She said, good morning, and I almost fainted. Do guys talk like that? Probably not. Just inside their head, maybe. That's how girls talk, I know. But whatever the man version is of that, that's what he's thinking. He likes you. He likes you a lot. He thinks you're beautiful. He thinks you're gorgeous. And you're by yourself and he's worried about you. He thinks that you're by yourself and you shouldn't be. And he has a world to give you. His little world. Whatever is in his world, he wants to share it. You know? Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Give him a chance, lady. Stop downing yourself. Stop saying, what does he want with me? I'm older. I don't have the same shape as I used to. I don't have the same skin as I used to. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. I'm too this. I'm too that. He doesn't care what you look like, how you see yourself. He sees beauty. And I think that's the beauty of the young man. He sees what you don't see and what midlife men have missed. They're seeing you in a certain way, midlife men, I think. That's how I'm figuring it out. They're seeing you in a certain way. They're seeing maybe a reflection of themselves that they missed or don't want anymore, something. But a young man is seeing you with fresh eyes. He's seeing all the amazing things that you are inside and outside. And you might be going, well, I've gained 50 pounds. And he's seeing this bodacious, zaftig, amazing woman. He may not like skinny girls. Another one might say, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous because her mind. Did you hear what she just said? Her mind is ablaze with ideas and philosophies. I've never spoken to anybody like her before. I could talk to her for hours. She's amazing. I didn't want to hang up the phone. I didn't want to stop texting her. She has all this fun, cool stuff that she says. I'm tired of women not being happy. I'm tired of women not being happy because of rules that men don't have to follow. It's your time. It's your time, midlife woman. 2021 is your year. I'm dating this video, but it doesn't matter. It's your time. Take it. If you're lonely, don't deprive yourself of an entire community of men who find you fascinating, beautiful, interesting, no matter where you are in your life. Whether you have a great deal of accomplishments or still trying to accomplish, whatever shape you're in, whether you're the gymmed up looking, I don't want to say the C word that ends with R. I can't stand that word. And we'll address that in another video. But you older woman, give yourself a chance to be loved by a younger man. If that's who wants to love you. Stop waiting around for that perfect same age relationship which may never come. I look around and I have some older women friends who are in their late 50s, 60s, and when I tell you good looking, okay, gorgeous, smart, and they're by themselves. And I'm going, okay, well, I guess I have to resign myself to be by myself, because if they're so amazing, what about me, who I feel like I'm not as amazing as them? I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on being as amazing as them, but suppose, you know what I'm saying? Like, that means I don't have a chance. And I realized something. You know why they're alone? Because all the younger men that I heard them talking about, they never gave them a chance. They kept waiting for the right community to be their mate. They kept waiting for, they're very traditional. These women are the boomers, right? I'm Gen X. And boomers were stickler for same-age relationship. That's why 20 years ago, an older woman dating a younger man was so taboo, because the boomers wasn't having it. They was not having it. They were not having it. Boomers were not having that mess. So they're by themselves. It just came to me. All these, when I tell you, beautiful, you know, accomplished, fantastic women. And I'm like, so many of them are single. I guess I'm going to stay single too. Except guess what? I'm a Gen Xer. And I'm not as worldly as the millennial. We're the middle-aged people now, but the beginning of the millennials have just turned 40. They turned 40 last year, I think. So I'm here to encourage my millennials as well, because I'm hearing them say stuff that Gen Xers and boomers say. Because Gen Xers are in this weird place where between the boomers and and the millennials, right? So we have this thing going on, right? So I'm just here to tell you. I'm here to tell my millennials who are closer to my age, the ones who are, 40. Don't do it. Because you're influenced by us who would say, no, that's the wrong thing to do. Do not date a younger man. Don't do it. You're 40 now, you cannot date a 25-year-old. Why not? You spent a lot of time on your career and stuff. You might be on the tail end of your youth. And a lot of your peers are married and now, okay, you've worked on your career, now you're by yourself, you want to share it with somebody. Why not share it with a 21-year-old? Who's to stop you? Me? Nope. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna tell you, go get him, girl. Go get him, girl. Right? I'm gonna tell you that. Hey, even if that means it's less for me, I shouldn't be telling you my secrets. I shouldn't be telling you go after him, because that would mean more for me, right? No, I'm not that selfish. If you're in love, you have a crush on a younger man and he has a crush on you, see where it goes. It doesn't mean it's going to end up in marriage or even a partnership. It might be just dinner. But guess what? On your way to dinner, when you're having so much fun and your vibrations are high, who knows? You might meet the same age man that you want. Because he's going to be looking at you and going, look at that fine, beautiful woman with that young man. I wonder what that's about. And he's going to notice you. So it might work out either way. But I say, go out on a date. Try it. Go out on a date. See how it goes. You don't know how it's going to turn out, right? You might meet the man of your dreams on the date with the younger man. And it might be another younger man. But you don't know. So try it. I'm here to encourage you. This is the gap. If you have an encouraging word to say to a midlife woman, particularly my midlife women of color, my black midlife women want to say, hey, do it. This is how I'm doing it. I'm dating a younger man. I don't want to live in isolation. Midlife men are not, other midlife men are not, they're not with it. They're not asking me out. They're asking out women 20 years younger than I am. And I'm not getting any dates with them. If you have an encouraging thing to say, only encouragement. Because we've all heard how nasty it is and how, it just is so gross. We've heard that. I want to hear how good it is. I want to hear how marvelous it is. I want to hear the good experiences. And if you have like a concern about it or an insecurity about it, maybe I can encourage you, or somebody else can leave you a comment to encourage you. Okay? Live your life. Live it, my babies. Live it, my baby midlifers. Live it. Enjoy yourself and say yes.